So Bethesda recently tweeted out that Tango Gameworks' critically successful game, Hi-Fi Rush, has hit 2 million players on both Xbox and PC. And they have a tweet here specifically. And they said 2 million players have moved to the beat of Hi-Fi Rush. Keep on rocking, rock stars. And they got this actually pretty cool picture of the main character. It says, thank you for 2 million players. And directly from Bethesda. So pretty cool milestone. Shout out to Tango Gameworks and this Hi-Fi Rush game. It seems like this game has had some critical success. A lot of people have been talking about it. I think quite a few people are saying it's an early game of the year contender. It's certainly a game that's on the top, probably the top of my backlog. I mean, I'm thinking about, I've got some time. If I can get through Hogwarts Legacy, then I can dive into that game because it's not terribly long, and I can play that before Resident Evil 4 comes out. So it's on my radar, and I definitely want to play it to see if it's a game I'm going to like and kind of what the hype's all about. And I think it's indicative that whatever expectations they had for this game, I would assume they exceeded those expectations, because usually when developers or publishers kind of tweet out these milestones, that means that they've reached some level of success that they're proud of. However, I was kind of thinking about this, and I was thinking 2 million players, like that's a lot of players, right? It's not sales. We know that. It's just players. But then how many Game Pass subscribers are there? I want to say like 25, 27 million. Let's just say it's 25 million. I can't remember the exact number, but it's around, I want to say around 25, 27 million. So we have 25 million Game Pass subscribers, all have access to this game for free, and only, I think that's about 8%, if we're doing 25 million, played this game or downloaded it. That seems low to me based on those numbers, right? And then we also know, because there was a lot of information, a lot of articles being posted, that Hi-Fi Rush was outselling Forspoken. And that was this huge narrative when you talk about sales numbers and all this stuff. So we know that those 2 million players in part are coming from people buying the game over on Steam on the PC platform, not via Game Pass. So that means that it's even less than 8% of all Game Pass subscribers have downloaded and tried this game. I think that's kind of crazy. To me, that seems low. Now, again, Bethesda, I'm sure whatever expectations they had for this game have passed if they're coming out saying, hey, we've reached this milestone, but it just seems low to me. Given your subscriber base, I mean, not even 10% of people downloaded this game when they all have access to it. I don't know. Something just seems off about that. Again, I'm happy for them. I like Tango Gameworks. I'm a Tango Gameworks fan now. I've been a Tango Gameworks fan, but I'm even more on board after playing Ghostwire Tokyo. I love the Evil Within 1 and 2. I really want them to do another Evil Within, and Ghostwire Tokyo blew me away last year when I played that. I went in with very low expectations and walked away really enjoying that game way more than I thought I would. And I really think that's kind of an underrated game at this point. It's snuck under a lot of people's radar. And they seem to have another banger with Hi-Fi Rush. So, I like this studio. I want to see them succeed. I just think it's weird when you put it in the context of how many Game Pass subscribers there are, and the fact that this game is touted as this like golden, amazing game, game of the year contender that's available for free to all those people, but only, less than 8% of them actually took advantage of playing that game and trying it out. I just find that interesting. Now, I did try to find sales numbers, because again, sales are king, right? Just because you had 2 million players, that doesn't tell us how much money you made on this game. And at the end of the day, even if you are backed by Microsoft in those deep pockets, money is king. And I wasn't able to find any sales numbers. Kind of unsurprising. Again, Xbox doesn't talk about sales anymore. So we kind of got that. But I did come across this Reddit article, and I'm not going to go into detail about it, but basically this person put a post on here because remember, there was a lot of news articles and this big narrative that Hi-Fi Rush was outselling Forspoken. And this person comes in and says Forspoken actually outsold and outperformed Hi-Fi Rush on Steam by over twice as much in its first week. And it basically says there's been a lot of information going around surrounding Forspoken and Hi-Fi Rush's Steam performance in their first week sales. And long story short, I think the major points is that he says it's like basically that the sales numbers in the first week sales don't include pre-orders. And we know Hi-Fi Rush wasn't available for pre-order. Forspoken was high on the charts for pre-order. So that's not included. And then he talks about player counts to where actually player counts were higher for Forspoken than Hi-Fi Rush. And it goes into detail on here. And I just find that really interesting. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, again, we don't have official sales numbers. This could just be a bunch of made up shit, though he has a lot of data in here to back it up. It is a pretty long post. Kind of makes you wonder, like, all this propagandizing of Hi-Fi Rush, like, are some folks like that thirsty over on the Xbox side to just have a win? I don't know. It just seems really, really weird. And I'm like super skeptical of all of this stuff now. But I think the long story short is congrats to Tango Gameworks. Seems like you guys hit a great milestone that you're super proud of. I really want to try Hi-Fi Rush. I wish we had more sales information. I wish we understood how much money this game made. But I imagine that's not newsworthy enough to talk about, which is why we don't have it.
Thanks for tuning in to this clip from the GameSite Chronicles podcast. You can tune in new episodes every week, Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a rating on your favorite podcast platform. And until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online.